Hi Virgo, welcome to your week ahead tarot with me, Raphael from Reydiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. Quick note, these are for your sun, moon and ascendant signs. So whether you're a sun, moon or rising sign, Virgo, this is for you. And remember to check out all three so that you know which part of you I resonate with most as a reader. With that said, I would like to bless my decks of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity and abundance, and I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise. They help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. So for your key to the week this week, you have the Devil card. Okay, so this week, try not to be too rigid, all right? Remember, the Devil card often shows up. It can be addiction. It can be habits and patterns that are somewhat self-destructive to us. It can be where we're holding on to something because we believe it's helping us when actually it's really just doing us harm or damage. But sometimes as well, the Devil card will show up where somebody really has convinced themselves that there's only one way to do something, all right? Now, for your actions and options this week, you've got the Eight of Pentacles. Virgo, let's talk about that workaholic tendency of yours. This week, it's very likely to be showing its head. Now, I will say, the Eight of Pentacles is the work, the job, the career, the profession. It's how you really hone your craft. You've got this with the Devil card, which means that in some way, shape or form, you are being invited or encouraged to take some time out or to take some time off. Now, I understand, obviously, you know, I work for myself, so there are times where you just have to hustle it out, and that is what it is, right? But this week, it's almost like there's just the hustle. There's no sort of rest, there's no chill. So, you know, I just want you to just make sure you're looking after yourself in amongst all of this as well. When it comes to your the options that are available to you, it's likely that there are opportunities that are shaping up for you this week, or at least, you know, potential or possible, oh my God, possible avenues opening up for you. But the reason that those possible avenues are, you know, maybe not sort of pursuable at this moment in time is because you're really just kind of locked into the way that things are. It's like you're telling yourself something has to be hard work when really it doesn't. This is one of those weeks where you as a Virgo, right, usually have this stuff on lock. Well, actually, no, you don't. You're just very good at what you do because you're very dedicated at what you do. But this is a week to really learn how to work smarter instead of harder. For your communications and conversations, you've got the Ace of Cups. Love that, right? So the Ace of Cups is great for communication because it means that whatever you're saying, you're truly saying it from the heart. You're coming from a very deep space within you where you are opening up to life, right? This is where you are communicating what your needs are. Now, what I like about this is you're being really honest and vulnerable at this moment in time. It's just like maybe it's like you're doing the divulging to say, look, this is what I want, this is what I need, this is how I feel, but maybe not sticking around long enough to get the answers. For those of you that are studying or in some form of academia, I love this. This is an opportunity that opens up for work through your studies. Now, with that Devil card in tow, it's like you're just going to try to do it all. You need a plan here, right? You need some kind of sequence. It's not just it's just like, well, yeah, you know, I'm just going to take all of that. I'm just going to do it all, right? You need a plan. You need a sequence because at the moment, this is not an A to B kind of thing. It's like A, F, you know, Z, Y, you know, maybe E. Like it's just all over the place. Okay. Now, when it comes to those of you that are employed by somebody else, be careful about getting addicted to praise. Be careful about getting, you know, because the thing is when it's really good and, you know, you're flying high and you're absolutely smashing it, that's wonderful. But then when you're not, or when you make a mistake of some sort, it's quite a high fall from grace. So I would say this week, just be really careful about sort of basking too much in the glow and glossing over the fact that, you know, when you don't, this is the problem with, I think, a lot of the corporate structure in the world today. It's like they really reward you when things are going well, but they toss you to the dogs when it's not. All right, so watch out for this week. Now, when it comes to those of you that are business owners, entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, people that work for themselves, when you love what you do, it doesn't really feel like work, right? Listen, I'm talking from experience. When you love what you do, it doesn't really feel like work. But every so often, someone or something will come along to remind you that actually, just because you enjoy it doesn't mean that you're not working too much, all right? So there is something this week that is suggesting that maybe you do need to take a step back. For those of you that are retired and no longer working for any reason, I think this is a really good, I think it's a really good indicator of where you're actually at this moment in time when it comes to, you know, your life and enjoying your life. Maybe there's a little bit of overindulgence here. Maybe there's a bit too much giving somebody the benefit of the doubt. But truth be told, who hasn't done that from time to time? And maybe sometimes it's exactly what somebody else needs in order to thrive. For your love and relations, you've got the High Priestess. Okay, so for those of you that are partnered, married, or in long-term commitments, there is very likely to be a secret pregnancy going on in your relationship. And one of you is not talking about it to the other. Maybe it's really new. Potentially you're very worried about how this is going to affect the career. It's like, you know, do I really have the time or the resources to have a baby at this moment in time? And I'm going to tell you something. As you know, I've got many clients, and I've got tons of friends who have children, and I will tell you, I know people that planned everything out to the nth degree, down to the minute of when they thought they were going to have their child. And, you know, their entire 5-10 years after that, after the child was born and all the rest of it. And I know people who literally didn't even know they were pregnant until they were 6 months gone. And do you know what they all have in common, or have all said to me at one point? You're never ready. All right, so if you're looking at this and you're thinking, shit, you know, yeah, there is a pregnancy and I don't know whether I'm going to keep it, and the thing that's worrying you, it's like, oh, I don't know if this is the right time in my life. I can tell you, whether it's planned or unplanned, makes no difference. Everyone that's a parent has told me the same thing. You know, whether they've planned or not planned, you're never ready. You never have it all figured out. The child or life is going to throw you some curveball that you didn't expect. So you know what, if you're worried and you're thinking, oh, there's never a right time, there really isn't, right? It's the same for everything in life. There's never a right or a perfect time to do something. There's only the here and now. And truth be told, you know, if I will say, like, speak to your partner about this. It's worth doing, because you might realize how much you are truthfully supported. And if you are, you know, and another way that this could show up as well, doesn't have to be that. It could be that a partner has actually just got a really good job or a promotion of some sort, but it will create some kind of change. So maybe they come to you and say, look, I've just been offered my dream job, but it means I have to move the other side of the country. What do you do in that dilemma, right? What do you do? Are you going to deny your partner their dream job? Also, are they expecting you to completely uproot your life? It's a really big decision that you'll be faced with this week, but it's, truthfully speaking, is only bringing it out into the light that you're ever really going to find the answers that matter. For those of you that are single and looking, this could be a secret crush or a secret desire. It could also be that you are mixed up with somebody who just does all the right things and hits all the right spots, scratches all the right itches, but they're just really fucking bad for you. All right, it's going to be up to you what that actually means and, you know, all the rest of it, but just something to consider. For your money and materials, you've got the Devil card again. So you've got a double hit of the Devil. So Leo had the double Fool. You have the double Devil. And so when it comes to your money, your finances, and your resources this week, watch the spending, right? Especially emotional spending, especially emotionally manipulative spending, i.e., well, you know, this is what I want and I'm not getting it, so I'm just going to buy you a gift. Or, you know what, this is happening, so I'm just going to spend money, right? This is one of those weeks where you may try to just throw money at a situation to make it go away. And I got to be honest with you, while it is going to, you know, solve things in the short term, it's only going to be a band-aid. Watch out for this. When it comes to your physical health and vitality, this is something that potentially you are doing to yourself, right? So, and what's weird is I don't have any overindulgence here. Maybe an over-identification with your feelings, that's possible. But the other thing is, it's a double hit of the Devil card, which means there's something that you're doing that maybe is now having an adverse effect. So if, as an example, let's say you train legs every single day at the gym. You're going to wear them out, right? You have to give yourself a break. And truthfully speaking, yes, I know I'm not in the greatest shape at this moment in time, but I know a fair few things about working out and being healthy. And one of them is the growth and the shape change happens in the rest, not while you're actively doing the work. So you need to find a way this week to prioritize rest, recuperation, making sure that you're actually getting your sleep and you're not just running yourself ragged with this workaholic tendency. When it comes to your home and environment, yeah, there's two ways this will show up. Either this week you are super reclusive, or there is potentially you are overpaying for something and you know it, but because it's comfortable and familiar, you're just like, I don't really care, right? It is what it is. You got to be a bit smarter and more savvy with your resources this week. With that said, I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Have a fantastic week. Let me know in the comments how it shapes up. If you would like to book a personal reading with me, you can do so on the link in the description box below. Take care, and I'll see you soon.